What's your plan for growth? As a leader, as a professional, as an individual? Like, what's your plan for growth? What are the areas in which you want to grow personally and professionally? And how do you plan to achieve that? Like, one of the things on my growth plan is to expand my awareness and my understanding of the world. And I do that through travel and immersing myself in different cultures, history, understanding history of different places, mainly in Europe. I've been a few times in the United States and in Asia and Japan, but other than that, it's mainly Europe. And I think it's so much for us to learn in Europe. Right now, when I'm recording this, I'm in Madeira. That's a Portuguese island in the Atlantic Ocean on the west coast of Africa, close to Tenerife. It's not one of the Canary Islands, but it's not far from that. And it's amazing to see how this community has developed and kind of what are the values and how has this transformed from being just an island discovered by the conquistadors and then becoming a settlement and then having their own culture and how they live life, what they do for a living, tourism, agriculture, industry. So all these things add to my understanding and awareness of diversity. How can I be aware of so many degrees of diversity if I only, let's say, read about them, or maybe even if I go to a training, and no matter how good that training is never gonna be as good as you immersing yourself in the culture. Now I remember when I started working with Renault in Romania and France, and we had this intercultural training that we went through in Romania, but nothing compared to when I the first time stepped on a plane and flew to France and then spent some time there. So I don't know what your plan for growth look like and what is on your agenda, but we want to be intentional in creating opportunities for us to expand our awareness and understanding of the world. And for me, one of the ways that I like to spend my leisure time is to learn something about new culture. And I travel a lot, and this time it's Portugal. And it's amazing to see how on this island, which is quite isolated and the terrain is very rough, it's kind of built on a volcano. So how people have adapted and how limitations have been used in creating a thriving community. Limitations are our best friends when it comes to innovation. So you want to be intentional in growing, and you want to be intentional in deciding in which area you want to grow, and then create opportunities for you to grow in that area.